Hey guys, welcome to Daniel Gian Talking. Before I get started, just want to wish everybody who is celebrating a happy holiday out there. I know it's a big day, but I know not everyone celebrates, kind of just like holidays here in America. But anyway, hope everything's going good out there. Gian and myself did some special reactions for the event today, and we're going to have something in store for you tomorrow, potentially a new show, but that's also tied in and related to this Festival of Color. But hopefully you guys are celebrating and having some fun out there. Well, by the time this is released, it's like early in the morning. I'm not sure when festivities start, but for those who celebrate, have fun, be safe. But anyway, right now, a new trailer just dropped for PM Narendra Modi, and you know, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know they were making a movie about him. Here in America, they don't make movies about politicians who are currently in office, so it's a little weird for me to see that. So I'm actually kind of curious to see what this trailer's all gonna, what it's gonna be about. Is it gonna be a pro-Modi film, an anti-Modi film? I'm not, too sure. I don't know much about the man. I know a little bit. I know he's a little bit militaristic, or a lot of militaristic, depending on who you ask. But that's not a judgment. I'm just saying that's just what I know from the outside. But without further ado, I think we should just get started right into this trailer.
लोग सच में डरे हुए हैं। आप कश्मीर के मुद्दे को भड़काएंगे और देश के टुकड़े-टुकड़े हो जाएंगे।
आज रात जाने पे the end of नरेंद्र मोदी।
एक मामूली चाय वाला इस देश का पीएम बनेगा।
Kind of looks like him. I think I got my answer to my question.
जो देश को चाहते हैं, वो और कुछ नहीं चाहते।
आरएसएस सिर्फ एक संगठन नहीं, एक सेना है। सब तैयार? गिरफ्तार करेंगे। पूरी मामले में चारों तरफ से घेर लिया। भागने का कोई रास्ता नहीं है।
देश के हर कोने में ये तिरंगा लहराएगा। हिंदुस्तान आतंक से नहीं, आतंक हिंदुस्तान से डरेगा। जब तक हिंदुस्तान की महिलाएं मजबूर हैं, ये देश कभी मजबूत नहीं हो सकता। जय जय करवी गुजरात।
हिंदुस्तान बनने के बाद भी हम हिंदुस्तानी नहीं बन पाए।
कुछ हल चल रहा है।
इस देश की किस्मत बदलनी है तो पहले अपने भाग्य का सामना करना।
Nice James Bond music.
जब तक मेरे सारे लोग सुरक्षित नहीं हो जाते, मैं यहाँ से नहीं हिलने वाला। दादा साहब, जो डिसीजन 1 मिनट में नहीं होता, वो डिसीजन ही नहीं होता। चेतावनी देता हूं मैं पाकिस्तान को, अगर दोबारा हम पर हाथ उठाया तो हाथ काट दूंगा। तुमने हमारा बलिदान देखा है, अब बदला भी देखोगे।
भारत माता की।
Okay, so I definitely did get an answer to my question, but at the same time, the trailer left me conflicted. Because on one hand, this totally looked like a propaganda film, but there's other moments in the trailer that make me feel like maybe there's a little bit more going on in this story and for this film, that it might get a little deeper than just surface level propaganda stuff. But what did you guys think out there? I'm very curious to know, because I think that it's important to hear your perspective on the situation as opposed to just, this is my perspective, I'm going to tell you what to do, and I'm going to tell you this is a propaganda thing, because that's what I'm going to talk about right now here in a second. But, what do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys not enjoy it? Do you guys think this is nationalistic, or this is propaganda, or it's super pro-India in a positive way? Let me know in the comments, and yeah, let's continue this discussion. But now let's get into what I think about the trailer. So it definitely looks like to be a mixture of both, which has me curious to watch the film, believe it or not. Because if you've been watching this channel, you know that Gian and myself aren't the biggest fans of propaganda films like this. But like I said, I don't know if this is a propaganda film, because in the trailer it's definitely showing moments of that where you really can't argue with it that it's nationalistic. Now you can argue what's the difference, is nationalistic bad or is being propaganda film bad, blah blah blah. To me it's one and the same, but to others that's not the case. And when I say that this trailer is giving me propaganda vibes, I'm not trying to say that in a overt political way. You know, I'm not saying that in defense of him or in, you know, and attacking him or whatever. What I'm saying is there's a certain visual style, there's a certain way you make a film that gives the emotional response that a propaganda film will, you know, because you're writing to create this response from the audience. And when it's tied to political stuff, that's when it becomes propaganda. And, you know, it's super common in early Russian cinema. Some of the best Russian films in early Russian cinema were propaganda films. Battleship Potemkin was one of the first films where you could, you know, where they were literally editing it conventionally like we know today. And it's a straight up 100% Russia #1 propaganda film. And so, you know, I'm just saying that it's sometimes it doesn't always sit well with me, because when I watch a biopic, I don't necessarily want to be preached to. I kind of want to learn things that I didn't necessarily know about the guy, you know, some different perspective. Now, I'm an outsider, I don't know anything about him, so maybe that's the part of the trailer that I'm intrigued on. You know, you see all these little interesting bits, but then unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know because I haven't seen the film, it's like interstitched with this overt nationalistic message, which that might be a part of his character, but I feel like there's always something else below the surface, and that's kind of what I'm intrigued by, and that's kind of what I mean by something else other than just what you know, some hidden facts or something. To know who Modi really is, you know, I'm not saying he's not nationalistic, because he might be, but, you know, it makes me wonder what the intentions of the film are. That's my whole point. You know, it seems like it's supposed to be a pro-Modi film. That's why I kept saying it answered my question. But I don't know. You know, maybe these more intimate scenes that the trailer's hinting at end up in something that's deeper, end up in something that's more worthwhile, or it might cause you to read a book about X, Y, or Z, which might want, you know, to learn more about something. Because that's what I liked about biopics, certain biopics that I'll watch, and you're like, oh wow, I didn't know this, I didn't know that, I didn't know he was connected with this person or whatever, and then you watch a film or a documentary or read a book on that subject that you didn't know about, and then all of a sudden you find something else new, and then you just, you know, from one film, you know, the film doesn't have to be perfect, the film doesn't have to be the best biopic ever, but usually when you get beneath the surface is when I personally start to pick these things out. And so that's why I'm saying I hope it's more than just a pro-Indian film. You know, I hope it's something that gets beneath him, you know, and intrigues me to learn more about the person. But like I asked at the beginning of this discussion, what do you guys think? I'm very curious to know. I just want to feel what the sense of a movie like this is right now, because I know I believe voting season's about to take place. The elections are upon you guys out there in India. So does this film, the timing of this film, coincide and make you feel even more resentful towards it, or maybe empowers you more? Do the recent surgical strikes and the way he's handling Pakistan make you more excited to learn about this man? Is the timing perfect? You know, when did they start making this film? These are all questions that because like I said, I didn't even know this movie was coming out. So these are all questions that I'm thinking about right now in my head. And I'm very curious to hear what you guys think out there. Please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, hit that like. If you didn't, hit the dislike, and then hit the comments below and let me know why. Because we do listen, we do want to interact with you guys. And if you did like this video, share it with your friends. Share it with other people who might share my perspective, or maybe I might piss them off and they might want to tell me to go fuck myself in the comments. I'm all welcome for that. But if you enjoyed this, why don't you go ahead and check out my Yuri Surgical Strike review. I'm very curious to know what you guys thought of that film. I know it's become a blockbuster, so go ahead and click that link and let me know. See ya.